Now we got the first game for Sunday, round 3 of the Apertura 2023, July 16th, Sunday. Guess who's back home? Toluca. We're going back to hell. Middle of the day, Estadio Nemesio Diaz, home of the Red Devils. But I don't think we should exactly count out this Juarez team. I think the couple signings that they had are actually pulling off and making some surprises. They're actually doing pretty good. They're actually doing pretty good so far for their first two games. I think their luck stops here though. I think their luck stops here on game 3, round 3. Reason being is that their defense is quite slacking quite a bit. Their signings have been good for them. They beat the big dogs America. They beat them in their own home for, I want to say, the second time. And they actually played a really good game. They played a good game against the champs. They came back, caught up, tied it up in the last, I want to say it was the last 15 or 20 minutes, something like that. Now, I still think this Toluca team is a better team. They are a way better team. They should be able to get the win. They should get the win. All they have to do is not get comfortable. That was Tigres' problem. That was the champs' problem. They scored one goal. They got way too comfortable. Juarez was knocking on that door, and boom, they got the goal. They got the equalizer. If Toluca does not step on the gas, that probably the same thing is gonna happen. They might even lose because again, that was the champs we're talking about. Yeah, they're missing players, but still, they're the champs. Never count out the champs. They're the champs for a reason. But I'm still gonna go with this Toluca team again. They're coming back strong. They won a game on the road against Cruz Azul. Yeah, they're a shitty team. Yeah, they're playing horrible. But we didn't know that. We didn't know that at the time. We didn't know that they were a shitty team. We didn't know that they were a bad team at that time in round 2. So they're going to come back home. I think they're going to get this win. They might pull off that 1-0 win, like a very slow offense, but if they step on the gas, they're definitely going to blow out this Juarez team. And I don't like their price. I really don't. I think minus 170 is just a little bit too much to pay for just taking Toluca straight on the money line, especially because this Juarez team hasn't lost. They haven't lost. So I don't know why they're priced like that. They should be a little bit closer to maybe 130. If it was 130, I would have took them straight on the money line. That would have been better. But America too is also overpriced. So here's what I'm going to do. If you guys like it, go ahead, take it for some plus money. We got an overpriced America and an overpriced Toluca. So two-leg parlay. Two-leg parlay will get you about plus 110 if I last checked. I want to say I probably closed it out at around plus 115. At least that's what I got it at. But you guys can go ahead and do that too. At least that's what I recommend. Unless you want to take just Toluca on the money line. If you want to do that, if you're comfortable paying that juice, go right ahead. As long as you think it's a smart bet, your money, go ahead. But the way I'm playing it, I'm going to take it on two-leg parlay. I usually don't like doing anything more than a three-leg parlay when it comes to parlays. I don't really like parlays, to be honest with you guys. But I'm going to take America and Toluca in a two-leg parlay, two money lines for some plus money. They both should get it done. I talked about it yesterday when I did the video for Saturday's game with America in it. I think they beat that Puebla team, and I think this Toluca beats this Juarez team, at least getting away with that with a 1-0 game. If Toluca steps on the gas, I think they can get it done. A two-leg parlay, America Toluca. Both of these teams are overpriced, but parlay them together, they both should be able to get away. Should be able to get away with a win, especially in their respective homes, their respective stadiums. So, moving on to the next game. At the last game for this round 3, Sunday, July 16th. We're going to close out this round 3, this Liga MX 2, because they're going to go on a break. They're going to go into this Leagues Cup thing, which I plan to cover, but I got to watch a little bit of MLS. You know, I like to actually watch the games. That way I can get a better feel for how the teams actually perform. But anyway, let's break this game down. I'm going to take Pumas on a handicap. Pumas, I think, are the better team by far. They are definitely the better team. But the thing is, they're just inconsistent. They're just really inconsistent. We don't know which Pumas are going to show up because in their first game, they looked sharp. They played a very good game, very good football against Tijuana, winning on the road 2-3. They scored 3 on the road. But then when they went back home, they couldn't handle and they couldn't score on a very weak Mazatlan. Mazatlan just lost 3-0. They just got blown out. And I was watching that game, Mazatlan and Pumas. It was a boring game. Of course, it had to be. It had to be a boring game. But Pumas didn't play good that game. I don't know what happened. They looked sharp in their first game, and their second game comes, and they look, I don't know, very mediocre. But this Pachuca team just got blown out against a very aggressive León. They got shut out. Was it 3 or 4? It was either 3 or 4 goals. I don't remember. I got to check it again. But they got blown out to zip. I don't know why they're priced like this. Why are they minus anything after a game like that? I don't know why. But this Pumas team, them being inconsistent, is the reason I'm going to take them on a handicap. Plus a half a goal, plus 1 goal. So I don't know if some of you guys know how this bet works, but I'll go ahead and explain it to you just in case there's any new guys, any new people that are a little bit new to how this betting works or how this handicap works. This Asian handicap works. At least that's what I believe it's called. So basically, all I need Pumas to do is draw. If they can bring Pachuca to a draw, this bet hits. I cash out. It's a good day. But if this Pumas team loses by 1, half the bet cashes, which is not exactly the result I'm looking for. I'm looking for this Pumas team to either win or hold this Pachuca team to a draw on the road. Now, if Pumas loses 2-0 or 4-2, 3-1 by more than 1 goal, well, this bet is just trash. This bet just straight up loses. But I don't see that happening. I don't think Pachuca's home field advantage is all that great. You know, when we're talking about elevation or anything like that, because Pumas plays in Mexico City. They play in the capital. Their elevation is just as strong anywhere else. It isn't anywhere else in Mexico. The only ones that compare is probably Querétaro or Toluca. That's the only other places where the elevation is actually very, very similar. So that's my pick. I'm going to take Pumas on a handicap simply because I don't know which Pumas team is showing up. From that Mazatlan game, that Mazatlan game was just very, 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 very unconvincing. I thought Pumas was supposed to take that, especially with that home field advantage, that elevation advantage against Mazatlan. I mean, look up the elevation between Mazatlan and Mexico City. Big, huge difference, especially when they got a manager who is actually very good, and he's being pressured. He's being pressured to take this Pumas team very, very far. There's a lot of expectations out of him, out of his players. So they should find a positive result here. At the very least, they should get a sorry-ass draw. But I'm expecting them to take home a win. I just didn't have the confidence to take them on the money line for that plus money. Would be nice, but I mean, they're just not convincing. It is what it is. But that's going to do it. That's going to close out the Liga MX, at least for July. We'll be back with round 4 sometime in August, I believe. I'm going to try and follow up with the Leagues Cup. I'm going to probably catch some of the MLS games that they got this weekend. Look up the group stages and see which MLS teams are going to face which Liga MX teams, and then we'll go from there. I should probably have a couple plays. I'm pretty sure I'll find a spot or something to bet, but I'm probably not gonna bet as many spots as I do with Liga MX. But keep following that. Comment down some of the plays that you guys like for Sunday or even Saturday. Comment down your wins. I'd love to hear it. Maybe you guys saw something that I didn't see. If I'm missing anything, go ahead and comment it. I would love to hear it. I would love to read it. So I'll see you guys with the Leagues Cup, and I'll definitely see you guys back in August for Liga MX Jornada 4, round 4. Good luck, guys. Let's enjoy these games.